A Step into the Past Volume 23 Chapter 4. Book 23 Chapter 04, Evil Upon One's Door. Despite Feng Fei's lack of admission, Xiang Xiaolong is unwaveringly assured that her lover is Han Ji. He can visualize Feng Fei getting to know Han Ji in Xianyang, and both parties begin to rendezvous with full awareness that Liu Bui or Lao Ai would surely object to their relationship. The critical factor is Liu Bui is in cahoots with Lao Ai, so even if Lao Ai approves of their relationship, it would still be in jeopardy. As a result, the couple has decided to reunite in Qi before eloping or executing a similar plan. Since Han Ji is one of Caquarion's top disciples, he can openly travel with Liu Bui to Qi with good reason. In this aspect, Xiang Xiaolong's role as a troop manager is absolutely crucial, as Feng Fei requires someone to see to her travel arrangements and an appropriate cover-up, allowing her to leave Qi unmolested. Supposing Han Ji is Feng Fei's Prince Charming, the perpetuators behind his assassination must be a joint scheme between Lao Ai and Liu Bui. For Feng Fei to change her mind, it must be due to her intention to elope with Han Ji. It would be unwise to bear the risk of this murder charge. Delving deeper, Feng Fei could be acting on Tiandan's instructions and was given the poisonous ring by Liu Bui. With a slow-acting venom taking his life several days later, or a venom that causes blindness, she can safely depart once she completed her assignment. He may not possess all the fine details, but Xiang Xiaolong is confident that he has a good grasp of the big picture. Before he could step out of the front hall, he collided with Xiao Yuan, who had came looking for him. The two men isolated themselves in the quiet eastern chamber. Xiang Xiaolong began, "Is there a way for you to obtain a blueprint of Qixia College?" Xiao Yuan was incredulous. "What do you want it for?" "Caquario is not to be trifled with." Xiang Xiaolong explained, "I am only going to steal something that rightfully belongs to me. The King of Qi has bestowed my 100 battle saber to Caquario, and it is now hanging in the main hall of Qixia College." Xiao Yuan questioned, "I was about to tell you about it. Who did you get this information from?" Xiang Xiaolong told him everything about Han Chuang's morning visit. Knitting his brows in a giant frown, Xiao Yuan thought long and hard in complete silence. He finally warned, "Xiaolong must not blame me for being a nag, but I know Han Chuang's character very well. He is a greedy pervert and is extremely selfish. To achieve his goals, he can forsake his integrity and morals. Although he owes you a huge debt of gratitude, it makes no difference when it comes to fulfilling his agenda." Recalling Han Chuang's sincere outlook this morning, Xiang Xiaolong found it arduous to agree with Xiao Yuan's point of view. Nevertheless, Xiao Yuan meant well, and momentarily, Xiang Xiaolong did not know what to reply. Doing his best to persuade Xiang Xiaolong, Xiao Yuan advised, "Xiaolong cannot afford to let your guard down. Presently, you are jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. You are not out of the woods yet. If I were you, I would never trust anyone from the 3 states, Han Wei Zhao. Inversely, Li Yuan is much more reliable, because at the end of the day, Chu is not under direct threat from Yingzhen's aggressiveness." Xiang Xiaolong bitterly smiled, "I am alone by myself. It would be awfully easy for Han Chuang or Lord Longyang to take my life." Xiao Yuan shook his head, "You are too gullible. Firstly, Han Chuang and company knows that they must remain confidential about your presence. If Qi knows the truth, the King of Qi may welcome you as a VIP and honorably escort you back to Xianyang." Pausing, he added, "Or he may simply use this opportunity to get rid of you for good, and no one will be the wiser." Xiang Xiaolong kept silent. Xiao Yuan continued, "Currently, no one would dare to shoulder the responsibility of being your murderer. He who kills you today can expect the great army of Qin descending on his city gates the next morning. I can assure you this is hardly amusing." Xiang Xiaolong wondered, "If they killed me in secret, who would know about it?" Xiao Yuan replied, "At least Li Yuan would know. Han Chuang and Lord Longyang cannot choose to sit idle too." He added in laughter, "Our Xiaolong is not a sitting duck, and your sword skills are top-notched. If you managed to escape a murderous attempt and coupled with the fact that this is not the territory of the 3 states, who would have the guts to try and take your life a second time round? If I were in their shoes, I would do my best to reduce your suspicions and defenses, thereafter steadily luring you into an inescapable dead end before making my move. Even with your consummate abilities, strength, and tricks, it would all be useless as you are ambushed and butchered. Though his entire body is breaking out in cold sweat, Xiang Xiaolong is still doubtful and gave a cursory assurance, I will be careful. The objective Xiao Yuan nodded, maybe I have been thinking too much. But it is better to be safe than sorry. Theoretically, Lord Longyang has tried to harm you before and it would be more challenging for him to harden his resolve to repeat this crime. However, a man's heart is unfathomable. Furthermore, this implicates the survival of one's country and clan. Xiaolong had better give it some serious thought. Patting Xiao Yuan's shoulder, Xiang Xiaolong gratefully thanked, now, senior brother, you is the only man I can place all my trust without any reservations. Feng Fei's issue has grown in complexity. Xiao Yuan hastily inquired, and after Xiang Xiaolong revealed his conclusions, Xiao Yuan mused with his brows locked in a frown, I do not know Han Ji personally, but seeing that he came all the way to Xianyang to seek his fortune, would he be willing to give up his career over a lady? Xiang Xiaolong agreed. It is said that Han Ji is a member of the Han royalty and got acquainted with Lao Ai in Han a long time ago. For someone to be a close friend of Lao Ai, one can hardly expect him to be a man of integrity. If he is out to deceive Feng Fei and does not truly love her, the problem will be bigger than what I imagined. Xiao Yuan chuckled, as outsiders, it is tough for us to comprehend the truth. Feng Fei is definitely a beauty who can cause a man to sacrifice everything for her. Why don't Xiaolong have a go at her? At least it is better than letting Han Ji obtain her. Xiang Xiaolong shook his head, knowing that her lover is Han Ji, I would be less inclined to get involved with her. Slamming the table, Xiao Yuan exclaimed, I've got it. Feng Fei must have decided to elope to Xianyang and become Han Ji's secret mistress. This matter has been approved by Lao Ai and all they need to do is keep Liu Bue in the dark. Xiang Xiaolong sighed, Feng Fei is really a cunning fox. Back on the ship, when I confessed to her that Liu Bue is the mastermind behind Zhang Chuan, she pretended to be surprised and desperate, thoroughly misleading me and implicating me in her devious scheme. Xiao Yuan disclosed, I have discovered a piece of information that will only add to your worries. Are you keen to hear about it? Xiang Xiaolong bitterly laughed, I am already numb to all these upheavals. It would not affect me much even if I know about it. Xiao Yuan went on, upon my instructions, Zongsun Heji went looking for Zongsun Long to gather intelligence, and he found out that this bloodsucker secretly spread rumors among the wayward students of Qixia, professing that you are proud of your capable swordsmanship and regarded the swordsman of Qi with contempt. What a despicable cad! He is afraid of offending Li Yuan or Xie Ziwan to resort to this underhand, indirect attack. Xiang Xiaolong shrugged his shoulders, remarking, someone already tried to assault me but he failed miserably. If they wish to attack me in an open manner, there is nothing to be afraid of. Don't tell me Cao Quidao will personally come for me. Xiao Yuan cautioned, you must be extra vigilant against Ma Qingjia and Minting Zhang. These two men enjoy creating trouble wherever they go and they simply thrive in chaos. In addition, their sword skills are truly amazing. Before he could complete his sentence, family warrior Fei Chun came to report in a flustered manner, Manager, bad news, a gang of hostile swordsmen have come barging in, demanding to see nobody but you. Both men exchanged a look of astonishment, secretly startled at the coincidence. Xiang Xiaolong do not wish for Xiao Yuan to be embroiled in this troublesome affair and expose their intimate friendship. He insisted on facing this rowdy crowd all by himself. Since he uncovered Feng Fei's lies from his conversation with Han Chuang this morning, his act of chivalry is being replaced by feelings of disillusionment. With regards to Han Ji, which sword skills are comparable with his own, Xiang Xiaolong neither adore nor detest him, but if he were to label this man, Han Ji is unquestionably a man with dubious morals. Still, Feng Fei has fallen in love with his handsome looks, so Feng Fei's standing in his heart has fallen drastically. He may not be interested in Feng Fei, but in the end, he would want her to dedicate the rest of her life to someone of good character. With his new change of heart, he dreams of arranging the future paths of Dong Shuzhen and her fellow courtesans, thereby accomplishing his mission and retiring from the scene. He would head back to Xianyang to reunite with his pretty wives and lovely son, and wait patiently for Xiao Pan's coronation and his showdown between Liu Bui and Lao Ai's organization. Xiao Yuan may have pointed out Han Chuang's unreliability, but he still holds faith that Han Chuang places their friendship beyond the reach of the dark side. Until today, he still has the naive mindset that there is goodness in everyone's heart because he himself is one shining example. There is no one who abhors war and violence like himself, but in these ancient times, it is as common as breathing. In the midst of his thoughts, Xiang Xiaolong crossed the door ledge and took his first step into the main hall of the front courtyard. 5 young Qi swordsmen of uneven height were standing in a single file in the center of the hall. In the instant he treaded into the hall, he became the single focus of the 10 eyeballs. They were dressed in lavish warrior uniforms, and by simply observing their ornate swords, one could tell that they are either the descendants of high-ranking officials or the sons of rich businessmen. Zhang Quan's trusted follower Kun Shan, together with family warriors Feng Liang and Lei Yuner, were wearing an angry expression on their faces as they stood at a side. It is obvious that they are annoyed at these arrogant and overbearing ruffians. To be honest, Xiang Xiaolong is not in the best of moods and would not mind venting his frustration on these men who had volunteered to be his punching bag. He is fully aware that acting out his emotions would only serve to blow the matter out of proportion and eventually lead to confrontations with the likes of Zhang Sun Suanhua, Dan Chu, Ma Chenjia, and Min Ting Zhang, all the best fighters of Qi. From their composure and aura, the 5 men in front of him are many notches below these accomplished swordsmen. Nonetheless, he could not appear too subservient. Otherwise, these opponents would take advantage of the situation, causing him to lose his standing in Lin's eye. Finding a balance among these factors is the true test of his competency. Among them, the tallest and most burly youngster coldly grunted, "Are you the self-proclaimed sword without equal, dog-slave Shen Liang?" Xiang Xiaolong icily snorted and advanced quickly towards them. The 5 men were shocked and all their hands moved to press down on the hilt of their swords. Halting suddenly about 5 feet away from the 5 men, his keen eyes speedily scanned and memorized the reactions of every one of them before Xiang Xiaolong guffawed, "Who is this gentleman here, and why did you make 2 mistakes in a single sentence?" The lanky and stout youth seems to be the leader of the 5 men pack. Staring back, he answered in a sharp voice, "Throughout my life, my name is the owner of all my actions and will never change. A fast sword Nian Chong is the gentleman you are referring to. What mistakes did I make?" From his tone, Xiang Xiaolong knew that he, Nian Chong, has been stifled by his XSL own awe-inspiring aura. Secretly tickled, he plainly retorted, "Firstly, I do not think very much of my sword skills, and secondly, I am not a dog slave." Another shorter and stocky youth jested, as a servant to the courtesans, "Who are you but a dog slave?" As the other 4 men began to jeer and howl with laughter, somebody added, "Get your master to come out and apologize and we will consider letting you off." The expressions of Kun Shan, the 2 family warriors as well as Fei Chun who came in with Xiang Xiaolong started turning ugly at the insults. In the same breath, they acknowledged that these men cannot be trifled with and were dejected with helplessness. With an air of unaffectedness, Xiang Xiaolong acted surprised and yelled, "Ah! So anyone who is working for somebody else is classified as a dog slave. Therefore, in Qi, everyone besides the king is a dog slave too." The 5 men are all brawn and no brains. Dumbfounded, they did not know how to verbally counter him. His voice turning gentle, Xiang Xiaolong saluted, "May I boldly ask the 5 gentlemen here, who personally told you I boasted about my swordsmanship as being without equal? Can we find this man to corroborate his statement with me? If it turns out to be true, I Shen Liang, would kowtow to make amends. The 5 men glanced at one another speechlessly. Using this break, Kun Chan interrupted, "Your servant had already told you it must be somebody slandering Manager Shen." With an irritated expression, Nian Chong dared, "Since we came all the way here, we cannot leave empty-handed. Why don't Manager Shen show us a move or two?" Xiang Xiaolong cackled, "This is easy. My sword skills may not be as good as the 5 gentlemen, but I have some other tricks of my own. Watch it." In the middle of his roar, he lifted his left and right arm concurrently, allowing 2 concealed daggers to smoothly slide into his hands from his sleeves. In the same momentum, he shot out both daggers horizontally to his front, flawlessly and accurately embedding them into the frame of a window. There is no difference in height between the positions of the 2 daggers. The faces of everyone present became void of color, including Kun Shan. The most challenging part is a simultaneous attack from both hands with deadly speed and accuracy. Conscious that he has displayed enough prowess to satisfy these clowns, he bowed and paid his respects. "I have errands to run and will not send gentlemen off." He solemnly turned his back to them and left the hall. Under the cover of Xiao Yuetan's carriage, Xiang Xiaolong left Tingsong Villa and proceeded in search of the most reliable Li Yuan. Xiao Yuetan praised, "Xiaolong understood the psychology of Qi citizens very well, mindful that they value their reputation above all else. After your excellent display, the 5 kids would surely hide the truth and lied that you apologized to them, causing other troublemakers to lose interest in you." Xiang Xiaolong shook his head and sighed, "Zhang Sunlong is a Qi national too who values his reputation more than anyone else. He will not give up easily." Xiao Yuetan grinned, "Now that you are getting Li Yuan to intercede, Zhang Sunlong will have to let you go no matter what happens." Pausing, he questioned in a low voice, "Do you know that just a while ago, Feng Fei and Little Pinger were escorted by several of her trusted subordinates out of the villa through the back door?" Xiang Xiaolong was astounded, "How did you know?" Xiao Yuetan responded, "It was Yun Niang who saw it and told me about it." Xiang Xiaolong frowned, "Are they going to rendezvous with Han Ji? How I wish I can stalk her." Xiao Yuetan advised, "You are not familiar with Lin Ziai and it would be a miracle if no one discovers you." In this moment, the sound of hoofbeats can be heard as several horses tried to catch up to the carriage from the back. Sticking his head out for a look, Xiang Xiaolong saw that it was Boss Jin Chenjiu chasing him with several of his troop members. Boss Jin called out, "Manager Shen, please wait up." Xiao Yuetan commanded the driver to stop the carriage. Cantering to the side of the carriage window, Boss Jin professed, "Is Manager Shen available for a quick chat?" Xiang Xiaolong would never reject him and nodded his head in consent. To Xiao Yuetan, he whispered, "Senior brother must remember to get me a map of Qixia College. I will make my way to Li Yuan's residence on my own." As Xiang Xiaolong disembarked from the horse carriage, Boss Jin dismounted from his horse and led him to a nearby wine house. After locating a secluded and quiet corner, he sat down and cautioned, "Brother Shen, trouble awaits you." Xiang Xiaolong bitterly laughed, "My troubles are endless as of now. An extra one would not make any difference." Gesturing a thumbs up, Boss Jin praised, "Brother Shen is a true hero indeed. I, Boss Jin, did not befriend the wrong person." Xiang Xiaolong can feel his heart warming up, "Boss Jin is the better buddy between the two of us." "What is it about?" Boss Jin explained, "Tian Dan hosted a welcoming banquet for Lu Bue last night and both Su Feng and I were present. Incidentally, I was seated at the same table with a subordinate of Zhang Sunlong. As we chatted idly, he asked if I knew who you are. Of course I did not tell him the truth about our friendship." Xiang Xiaolong chortled, "Are they issuing a reward for my precious head?" Laughing raucously, Boss Jin commended, "Brother Shen is really open-minded. Things are not so serious yet though. Have you heard of Qixia sword meet?" Xiang Xiaolong shook his head to indicate his ignorance. Boss Jin articulated, "On the first day of every month, Kixia College would host a riding and archery jamboree, providing newcomers a platform to showcase their abilities. Today is the 27th. The next sword meet is 3 days later. As usual, they would invite some guests to participate. Hey! It is just a polite way of saying it. In actual fact, they are looking for dueling opponents. Xiang Xiaolong snickered, if they try to invite me, I would fake an illness to reject the invitation. Don't tell me they can make me attend the sword meet by force. Boss Jin sighed, the invitation cards are sent out by the King of Qi. Does Brother Shen have the guts to reject the king's invitation? I heard that Zhang Sun Suanhua, the son of Zhang Sun Long, is infuriated with Brother Shen and has decided to personally teach you a lesson on the dueling ground. He would not dare to take your life and only wooden swords are used, but due to his sword strength, he can easily break one of Brother Shen's legs. His brows immediately creased into a huge frown. Xiang Xiaolong is not concerned about the unbeatable fighter of Lin Ziyi, Zhang Sun Suanhua. He is more concerned that Tian Dan and Lu Bue may be spectators at the meet, and it would be a miracle if they failed to single him out. Boss Jin assured in a low voice, Brother Shen should leave Lin Ziyi under the cover of the night. I am positive Miss Feng would not bear grudges against you. Xiang Xiaolong is highly motivated for this is a brilliant plan, but what about Dong Shuzhen and the other ladies? If he left without a care, this episode would surely become a knot in his heart and he will never find peace for the rest of his life. Boss Jin continued to egg him on. Zhang Sun Long's influence is overwhelming, such that even high-ranking officials and men of influence and stature are terrified of him. Brother Shen can never hope to overcome him. Xiang Xiaolong sighed with a breath of air, my utmost appreciation for boss's reminder. I may just have a way to manage this situation. Finishing his sentence, he patted Boss Jin on his shoulder and went in search of Li Yuan.